Hello my fellow gamers, Gamer Dude back once again with yet some more Gotham Knights gameplay. So before we begin, y'all know the routine, or at least I hope you do by now. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe because it would just be your good deed of the day. Now then, we're not continuing where we left off because I've done a little bit more since the last live stream. I mean, the game's just too irresistible, you know? I said it, I did say it. I've gone batty. I have got bat fever. And I still do not understand all the hate that this game is getting. For example, I just played Marvel's Avengers before this live stream. And I get no vibes of Marvel's Avengers while I'm playing this. I mean, yeah, the dodging and the combat is very similar, but the games are entirely different. A lot of people are comparing it to Marvel's Avengers, and it's just not. Marvel's Avengers was a bold project, you know. It was daring to bring that into the video game world after they've been so successful and popular in the movie world. But it doesn't work. As for Gotham Knights, it's its own thing, you know, it's separate. People don't seem to understand that it is not an Arkham game. That is why people are hating on it, because they think it's Arkham Knight's predecessor, when it is not. It's by a different developer, WB Montreal, and not Rocksteady. If you're wanting a sequel to the Arkham series, I'm afraid you've got to wait until next year for Rocksteady's Suicide Squad game. But even then, you're not playing as the Bat Family, so I don't see why you're complaining. This is probably the last time we'll see the Bat Family on screen in a video game for a while. It's probably the last time you'll be able to play as them for a while. Because who knows what's going to come next? Who knows where the video game world's going next, because Marvel has just overtaken it in terms of superhero gaming. They are just on point at this moment in time. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay. So I have upgraded my heroes quite significantly. Yeah, we're going to go out as Robin. I believe this particular part of the game on my first playthrough, I was Batgirl. Oh, look at that suit. That suit is dope. So, we're not going to go straight to the mission. We're going to do some of the side activities because I still need some of the New Game Plus gear for Robin. The combat is really its own thing in this game. You cannot compare it to Marvel's Avengers at all. Marvel's Avengers is really clunky and unforgiving, with enemies coming at you from every direction. And this is just its own thing, you know? Elements for this game have been ripped from a lot of others. You can feel the presence of Marvel Spider-Man in terms of the open world and the character designs and the graphics. Okay, I was just saying it's not Marvel's Avengers, but you can tell some things have been ripped from that as well, like the multiplayer live service. Speaking of multiplayer, actually, set myself to private. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, the multiplayer element, you can tell, has been taken straight from Marvel's Avengers. It's that live service element that people are hating on as well, because the next update for the game is, if you have played Avengers, you know what I'm talking about here. The next update to the game features a kind of hive system that, if you know Marvel's Avengers well, you know the hive system is very, very heavy in that game. But yeah, that's what they're introducing in Gotham Knights' next update, kind of like a hive system where you'll be playing with 4 other players and you've got to go through waves and waves of enemies. But anyway, until I get a couple of views in, I'm going to take out my microphone, so if you're watching in the future, just enjoy the gameplay.
Never saw me coming, huh? Too easy. Nice try. Incoming! Guess you've had enough. Oh my god, thank you!
Don't let these psychos take me out!
Get somewhere safe. I've got this. That's a court hideout. It has to be.
Robin, we don't know what you'll find in there.
I'll have a new path for you. We do not failure.
Really? Belfry, this owl's nest is clear. The good guys win again.
Do be careful.
Request for officers near Cape and Newton. There's been reports of suspicious activity.
Regular, get that door down.
I got it.
Guess they want to fight too. Thought it'd been like this. Here they come again. And they're gone. You're safe now. Yep.
Hey, good for you. I didn't realize it had been that long.
Interesting. There's an energy signature here that is abnormal. You may find something in the area.
Probably should have ducked.
Yes!
Try again.
We're locked in! To the squad now!
Units requested in Robinson Park near the Forum. A large group of known gang members has been reported in the area.
What you doing? It's taking forever.
These things take time. All right.
There we go.
Is someone out there?
That's Robin! Oh, that'll leave a mark. All right. There it is. Yeah! Go, Robin!
Nice mask, Robin.
Hup. Hup.
Just a bit more and we'll be in. If you keep squirming, I'm gonna hit ya. Oh, baby bird. This is going to be fun. You're dead, hero!
Blazin', what's good, my dude? Thanks for stopping in, as always. Appreciate it.
Units needed in North Gotham. We have reports of
I was
gang
just saying at the start of this live stream, I, before starting the live stream, played Marvel's Avengers. And I've seen people comparing the game to Marvel's Avengers, and they couldn't be further from the truth. Marvel's Avengers is really repetitive, really boring. Whereas this, you get to do your own thing, you know?
Rally, freaks! Stay ready.
All brawn, no brain. All right.
Oh, is that this one?
Surprise!
Yeah, that is a really cool move. It's really helpful. Really gets you out of a jam.
Just what I was looking for. Got it.
I've unlocked all of the momentum abilities now, except for one, and that says Batgirl. Because to get the requirement for that one, you've got to kill enemies with her drone, and that is really difficult, especially on New Game Plus, because the enemies just get super OP as you progress through. This is such a cool way to get around. I mean, teleporting. I was unsure how I'd feel about it at first, but it's actually really fun. And if you can't be bothered fast traveling, or can't be bothered taking the bike across a bridge, then you can just teleport. Yeah, that brings me back to something else I was saying at the start of the stream. Like, this game has taken elements from a lot of other games. You can see Marvel's Avengers somewhat in it with the chests and the dodging and the fighting style. You can see Marvel's Spider-Man in there due to the graphics, the gameplay, and the character designs. You can see elements from the Arkhamverse as well, but it separates itself from all of those games by being its own thing and introducing its own thing. I mean, at least in Marvel's Avengers, at least in this compared to Marvel's Avengers, you get a full story and then you're not forced to go online. It's like with Avengers, you got a somewhat complete story, and then it's like, oh, well, if you want to play the rest, you've got to play online. It's like, well, hang on a minute. What if I don't have Xbox Live? What if I don't have PS Plus? I can't do that. That's what differentiates this game from Avengers. NSG, what's good? That is another new subscriber from the Countdown series we did to this game. Appreciate your love and support, dude.
Officers requested near the Chelsea Tunnel construction site. A large group of known gang members has been reported in the area.
We can't trust them not to break the transaction. These scuzzies don't know what they got. We're going to get a good deal.
That ain't okay. Huh? I don't like this. One bit.
Gargoyle takedown. Straight from Arkham Knight. And the Arkham series. Love it.
There we go. Here we are. All ready for the GCPD to pick them up.
You got the platinum already, NSG? I mean, how? Unless you cheated when it came to the collectibles, because I've only got 3 trophies left to get on PlayStation, and it's just the collectibles. And yeah, Blazing, I mean, there are some elements that are repetitive in the game, but that's just it with all games these days. You know, games like Uncharted, I personally love the Uncharted series, but it's the same thing in each mission. Although you're on a different map, it's go there, kill these guys, collect this, be done with it. And it's the same with most games, you know, it's go there, beat up these guys, or kill these guys, or shoot these guys, and then collect this, and then go home. It's the same thing, really. But that's all they can do in games, really, because as well as giving it an immersive story, there's not much else they can really provide you in terms of longevity, should I say, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's exactly. At least it's got different areas. You know, it's not all in the same area. Unlike Marvel's Avengers, where to progress through a certain like story arc that they've given you, you've got to replay the same mission over and over and over and over again. Like the most recent one they did, they added a new mission, and they gave it a mission chain, and you had to complete the same mission 7 times in a row just to get, wait for it, a nameplate, which nobody really bothers with anymore. So it was a complete waste of time. So at least with this, they change up the locations. You know, like the Talon hideouts, they're always in different areas. Or the mob attacks, they're all in different areas of the city. They're not in the same spot. Well, the only major problem I had with the game was, as I was saying with the mod chips, it wouldn't allow me to fuse them. Every time I tried to fuse them, the game froze. But, as you can see, hang on a second, I am no longer having that problem. The last patch they did seems to have fixed it, which is great. Because I had no space for any new mod chips. So any new ones I was getting were just falling into cybernetic oblivion. They were nowhere to be found. So I'm glad they fixed that. Yeah, I read somewhere that issue with the mod chips, it was only happening to certain users. Like, I don't know if it depends on the edition of the game that you got or what. But it was only happening to certain people. And I was, unfortunately, one of those people. But as you can see, it's working fine now. So, win-win, thumbs up all around. Oh yeah, that slow spot at the beginning of the game where you just have to travel around on the bike or use your grapple because you haven't unlocked the fast travel yet. Yeah, I really enjoyed being back there when I started the New Game Plus, actually.
Belfry, I've reached the Orchard Hotel.
The balcony door should be open. That's your entry point.
Balcony? You booked the fancy suite.
It was the closest one to the ballroom. I thought you'd appreciate the proximity.
You know I do.
I hope this isn't the mission I think it is, because if it is, I've already done this one as Robin, and that's going to be really disappointing. I'm trying to play through it and do the missions as different characters, but my memory is for shit. I would forget my own birthday if it wasn't surgically implanted in there. But what I'm saying is, I've forgotten most of the missions I did these characters, so it's a bad case of if I end up doing the same one as the same character, it's like, oh right, really? I've done this one.
Belfry, I'm inside the Orchard.
So far, I've done a good job though. I've managed to play as different characters.
On the ballroom, and security can't know you're there, so keep a low profile.
No, this is good. This is good. I was Batgirl for this one. I remember being Batgirl for this. because I used her ability to hack the cameras. So without that ability, it's going to be a bit more
That must be the
difficult
ballroom.
in stealth.
No way am I waiting in line.
Ugh, Modern Warfare. Not my kind of game. Ever since they changed it to favour all the online crap. Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, not my thing. I mean, Call of Duty is... Well, it speaks for itself. It's Call of Duty. You know, it's not supposed to be about zombies or online play. It's supposed to be about the immersive story, which they got rid of. Yeah, I love the different interactions with the characters. It is flawlessly brilliant. It's like on my first playthrough, I met Talia as Batgirl, and on this one, I met her as Red Hood, and it's a completely different interaction. It's like a completely different scene, you know, because Talia reveals to Red Hood directly that she revived him in the Lazarus Pit, whereas to Batgirl, she's really cryptic about what she's doing, you know, and she kind of tells her that she revived Jason, but she also kind of doesn't. And that's what I like about it, because it's always different.
This must be the entrance. Why else would they put this here?
Again with your stupid theory? You saw the elevator. The hotel doesn't have a 13th floor.
I'd better not interrupt them.
Real impressive voice tonight.
Yeah, no worries, NSG. Can't forget the chest. Yeah, it's exactly, dude. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is what I love about it. How it's always different. It's always got different interactions with each character. Like I can only imagine if you're playing it in co-op and you go into co-op mode with two characters in the cutscene instead of just one. Slick.
There's my way in. Belfry, I'm about to enter the ballroom.
Nice.
Let's see what Gotham's elite have to say for themselves.
I actually really liked this scene.
We need as much data as we can get.
I thought I told you that formal wear was required this evening. This is formal wear. Did you hear about Langstrom's assistant?
He deserved to be let go. Just like Kirk, people forget their place.
Well, I mean, when I was playing it earlier today, some rando did join my game, and I was in a cutscene. I was talking to Detective Montoya, I think, and he was playing as Robin. I'm playing as Red Hood, and he's just launching slingshots at us both. And I'm like, dude, can you stop? You know, I'm trying to listen to this. I haven't heard it as this character. Can you stop? And that's the problem if you don't set your game to private. Anyone can just join at any point. It is really quite annoying.
For the great Bruce Wayne? It's embarrassing. When I go, it'll be a spectacle. Fireworks, dancers, ice sculptures.
But yeah, my point on that is, I'm not too sure if they can hear the cutscene or if they see it or what. But it seemed like they had free reign while I was in that specific cutscene.
I'm afraid his schedule won't permit it.
You tell Colonel Kane that I won't be frozen out. My office demands respect.
Of course it does, Mayor Sai. I'll relay your message.
I mean, it's too bad the game isn't crossplay, because I think we would make an epic dynamic duo in this game, dude.
Hard to believe Bruce Wayne is gone. I know. I was hoping to be his date this year. Look at this. Even in death, Wayne tries to outdo us.
Let him have his final hurrah. After tonight, it won't be a problem.
You're right. His death ought to be a celebration.
What do you think this is?
Couple matches. These people are something else.
Yeah, it's exactly, dude. Exactly. That's why I mentioned him to you, because he could very well appear. I mean, unfortunately, like I said, the next DLC update for this is kind of similar to the Hive system that's implemented in the Avengers game, where you just take on waves and waves of enemies until you eventually meet a big boss at the end. But they did say that something about teasing future Knights. So that could mean Batwoman, Batwing, Catwoman, Azrael, just anyone from the Bat family, really. I mean, hell, they may even get bold and add Terry McGinnis. Because they've got the Beyond suit in this game, it occurred to me, well, what if they add Terry McGinnis? That would be dope, like some kind of, I don't know, time travel event or something that they could do in a future update, and we get Terry McGinnis.
Business is good. Great, even. And would have thought this would give the rest of us such a kick in the pants.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time.
Of course. We'll have to continue this later.
There's one.
Yeah, Ace the dog is recurring in the Bat family series. Like, Bruce had Ace, then obviously that dog would have passed away, then he gets another dog and calls it Ace. Every time he has a dog, he calls it Ace. And it's always a black hound.
Pillars of Gotham!
Well, that's dope about your friend bringing that down for Thanksgiving. That's definitely something to be thankful for, I can tell you that.
Our host for the evening!
Host? In an owl mask? $10 says that's the voice of the court.
Thank you all for the warm welcome. But tonight is not about me. We are here to remember one of Gotham's greatest sons, Bruce Wayne. Now, you all knew the Playboy. I knew his charity. A brash defender of Gotham's best. Though he's gone now, Bruce's contributions to this city will be felt for decades to come. This is for you, Bruce. The last of our precious Wayne family. You've helped us in ways you never realized. And may we, the surviving families of Gotham, strive to live up to your inimitable legacy.
Holy voice of the court. We have a match.
Well done. Now stay on him. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll take off his mask.
Well, if you're looking at getting God of War for the PS5, usually when a game like that releases, because it's a big AAA title for Sony, they release it in a bundle with the PlayStation 5, so maybe you can find one then. You know, you can get the PS5 and God of War. And, you know, you don't have to worry then, because you've got two birds, one stone.
Sir, the labs are requesting more Dionysium to meet their production deadline.
I'm aware. Arrangements are being made. Let them know that I expect the quota to be met. No excuses.
Thank you, sir.
So I understand this whole Dionysian thing. It's basically like an extract from the Lazarus Pit, like a byproduct. You know, like with nuclear waste, you get the byproduct plutonium or whatever comes with that. I think it's the same thing with the Lazarus Pit. Because there's a Lazarus Pit under the Batcave, so under Gotham, you get this byproduct into the bedrock, which is the stuff they use to bring the Talons back. And I've already forgotten the name of it. Oh, cock. I didn't see that guy. I did this undetected as Batgirl. You can't see me. I'm John Cena. See, because, you know, I'm back in stealth, so you can't see me.
Someone is here, and we will not let them get away.
Who's here? No one's here. You saw nothing. Yeah, they'll wait until the game releases to release it with the bundle. That's usually what they do with a new game. So when I got my upgraded PS4, I got it with Uncharted 4. So I got the bundle with the PS4 Pro and Uncharted 4. Yeah, it does. It releases on the 9th.
If it pleases the court.
Excellent. I'll see you downstairs.
Yeah, I remember specifically now doing this part as Batgirl, so this is new for me. This should have some new dialogue. But see that the way he looked up at the vent here, it's like he knew we were there anyway. Like regardless if you'd done that last bit in stealth, it's like he knew you were there.
The voice got in an elevator, and now I can't track him.
Yep, I've lost the signal here too. Looks like he was between two floors when it went out. Robin, we just found a hidden 13th floor in the hotel blueprints. Maybe that's where the voice went.
Haha, 13. Oh man, you don't want to go down there. That's just a bad vibe. 13 is just unlucky in every way.
Not a good idea. We don't even know where that elevator goes.
Well, I kind of had a suspicion that it was Jacob Kane with the way he was talking about Bruce, given that Bruce was his nephew. I was like,
maybe this haunted stairwell leads
no
to
one talks about a stranger that way unless they knew them personally. So I thought at least he had some connection to Bruce.
Belfry, I'm on the 13th floor and found a court door. This has to be it.
Understood. Tread carefully.
No, I didn't know if it was Jacob Kane. I just considered him as a suspect. You know, given that there weren't that many people who knew Bruce that deeply, like as he was describing him in that eulogy he gave to the court.
An entire secret floor. What are they hiding here? Now, if I was the voice of the court, where would I be? Belfry, any idea where I should start looking? Belfry? Oh, of course there's no comms. That would be too easy.
They say an owl can turn its head all the way around to better see what is behind it, what might be trying to sneak up and strike.
The old voice of the court on vinyl. They must have custom pressed it.
Jacob, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. See, that's really cool because each character does something different with the piano when you come across a piano. I like that. That's really cool. B girls? I'm not sure I understand. What are you talking about? I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this part, Blazin. I thought taking on the enemies was a bit annoying, but I kind of enjoyed it. Oh yes, what a takedown.
Guess that meeting's over. I wonder what they were looking at.
Oh, you mean that? I did that puzzle relatively easily. Watch this. Now I've said that, I'll have trouble doing it, won't I?
But it certainly cannot be underestimated. It is the Predator after all. And so are we.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have to be here? Why do you have to do this to me? Why can't I just skip you, please? Can I just skip you?
Found to be moonlighting for cockroaches. We eliminated him. Our allies.
So the court killed Langstrom for working for someone else. If this recording isn't enough for a conviction, I don't know what is.
But there's still plenty to clean. Destroy everything. Make it so Langstrom never existed.
I love how you've got this really old retro 1800s looking table retrofitted with a 21st century tablet and USB drive.
Court targets.
It really does add to the aesthetic of the old Gotham and the new Gotham vibe. Slick.
A history of Gotham architecture. Did the court have a hand in all these buildings? The courthouse. The numbers on the wall are the years each place was built or renovated by court-connected firms. Maybe this is something to do with the dates on the wall.
So, 1842, 1841, 1836, 1877. It's 1836 first. which I believe is this building.
City Hall.
GCPD.
GCPD Central Station. Gotham Cathedral.
I think I clicked on the wrong one first. That was the issue I had with that one. Yeah, I must admit, I really did like the puzzles. It really gave off like an Uncharted Tomb Raider vibe when I came across these puzzles.
The court also controls the different power structures in Gotham. No wonder they're so powerful.
Of course. I should have known it was you.
Well, that's ominous. Ah, I hate when it gives me green ones. Green ones are boring. Ah, the detective stuff's part of the fun, dude. I mean, I get that it's easier to skip it, you know, and it's like I just want to progress. I just want this out the way. There's no point me doing it if I can skip it. But I enjoyed doing the detective stuff, you know.
To talk.
Go to the painting.
And as for the puzzles, I really got a hand on puzzles like that while I was playing the Uncharted games, because there's a lot of puzzles very similar to that in Uncharted, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. This gives off an Uncharted vibe.
So you made it here, all by yourself.
You're trying to destroy Gotham. I can't let that happen.
Destroy Gotham? No, we're trying to save her. Preserve her glory.
So this should be different dialogue for the both of us, because we were both different characters at this point.
Now the potential you could have to do the same.
You talk like you weren't just another villain, hiding behind a mask.
The only one hiding behind a mask is you, Tim.
Jacob Kane? How do you know?
I know. Just like I knew my nephew Bruce was out there, keeping the peace in his armored pajamas. Don't worry, I didn't tell anyone. Call it loyalty to Martha.
We all live double lives, trying to shelter the city from chaos. It's just, our court is quieter about it.
The people of Gotham aren't puppets. When they find out you're pulling their strings, they're not gonna like it.
Yeah, Batman would probably say the same thing in your position. That's why I never told Bruce about the court.
We have the same ends, the same enemies.
It's madness. You're not serving us.
Except Robin doesn't kill people.
A difference in tactics, I'll admit.
For protectors of Gotham, you sure murder a lot of your friends. Kirk Langstrom, his assistant?
Those who betray us will suffer for it. Langstrom betrayed the court.
Bruce used his fortune to fight for this city. You fight for yourself. He never would have stood for this.
Do not use my nephew against me.
I mourn Bruce. I want answers for his death, just like you.
I'm nothing like you, Jacob.
Understood. I protected Bruce, but I won't protect you. If you won't join us, I'm afraid you'll have to join Langston.
Yeah, that is really messed up, like how the Court of Owls killed Bruce's parents, but I don't think Jacob was the head of the court at that point. I think it was somebody else. I think Jacob took over later.
Clearly I have bigger problems right now.
Like, he was always a member of the court, but when the previous member died or just went away, Jacob took over.
You won't like what happens next.
Yeah, it was different with Barbara as well. He brings up how her father was the so-called protector of the city, and like, look what happened to him.
Here it comes. Are you ready?
I kind of think that they've always got a successor lined up, and Jacob was the head of the court, but you know, when he died, they already had his successor. I think that's how the Court of Owls works, just as a cabal, so they don't break down, like the League of Assassins in that respect. Without a leader, the League of Assassins breaks down and does their own thing.
They look like the League.
Understood. Paramedics have been called.
Bro, there's a deadly assassin right there, and you're trying to shoot me? Well, I don't know how to play on it really, because in the comic books, if I remember correctly, Bruce and the Bat family and everybody never found out who was the head of the Court of Owls.
The League's just killing everyone. This is... Time to fight.
Really? Rockets? I have not missed these guys. I love these elemental damage effects, like how you can freeze people and shock people. It's really helpful. I mean, in that respect, I can see why it is similar to Marvel's Avengers, because you get the elemental effects in that as well, like dealing plasma damage, vibranium damage, gamma damage, etc. But that's what I was saying, how it feels similar just with the combat and the dodging, and that's it. That is all I would compare with this game and Marvel's Avengers. I would not compare it overall. I would not put them side by side and say, oh, look at this, they're identical, because they're not.
Montoya, it's Robin.
I take it you heard what happened at the hotel.
I was inside. I saw everything.
Yeah? Then care to tell me who the hell those assassins were?
The League of Shadows. They're a secret organization that... Actually, I'll just send you our files. You'll see.
It's like, yeah, it's a lot easier for me to just show you what we've got instead of telling you what we've got. That's basically what he was saying there. Yeah, and again, dude, it's like what I was saying. In terms of the character designs and the world design and the level design, it looks a lot like Marvel's Spider-Man. And then, of course, as I was saying, you've got the whole chest vibe and elemental status effect guide, which makes it feel kind of Avenger-y. But anyone who puts these games side by side, Avengers and Gotham Knights, I will literally damn them to hell for it.
Tell me what you know.
I'll John Constantine their asses on it.
Interesting.
I've been decorating the back cycles as well. Each hero has their own unique colour scheme. I figured Robin, yellow and green. Nightwing is black and blue. Red Hood, red. Barbara is yellow and purple, I believe. Exactly, dude. That's why I like traversing around the city as Batgirl, because that really does make it feel very Arkham-esque. Especially like when you're just gliding around the city and then at some point you decide, oh, I want to grapple and jump. That makes it feel very Arkham-esque when you do that. This one's an ambush. I hate these ones.
Shoot.
Bye-bye. Don't have time for you. The only reason I enjoy using the bat cycle is to go up super slow speeds around the city and find collectibles, because I know you cheated with the owl scraps of paper, but I like to find them the old-fashioned way. I think when it comes down to me having like 1 or 2 left, that's when I actually start cheating, because I'm like, where the fuck are these things? It's the same with the batarangs. I've only got 1 batarang left to find, and I'm like, where the fuck is this thing? And see, that's what I was saying, Blazing. Look, it's Catherine Kane that's commissioner, not Kate Kane.
Brightest at the Orchard Hotel is a new low for the city of Gotham. It is time for the real heroes, the GCPD, to step up and restore order in our city. To take it back.
Yeesh. Surprisingly, Commissioner Kane isn't a match for any of the voices we collected. Hey!
She may not be a court member, but the Commissioner could still be helping them. She did marry Jacob.
Catherine is probably not aware of her husband's secret. I know Jacob well, and have never had even the slightest suspicion.
Colonel Asshole fooled everyone. Even Bruce.
The other people we matched at the ball. John Wycliffe, Isabella Haas, Maria Powers.
All killed at the hotel by the League.
Colonel Kane's the only member we know survived for sure. And probably Old Lady Cobblepot. She's unaccounted for.
And the court is clearly much bigger than Jacob Kane and Constance Cobblepot.
The almighty voice was right, you know. No one will believe a nursery rhyme's been pulling Gotham streets for so long.
I love Jason's jokes in
Believe
this.
that Jacob Kane conspired to murder Langstrom. We have the evidence to prove it. Let's get this to Detective Montoya. See if it's enough for her to build her case.
I'll be sure to include our list of known members, dead or otherwise.
We need to be careful about this. Jacob will be waiting for us to try something.
Someone should talk to Talia. The Court and the League are clearly out to kill each other.
And let's be ready when we're caught in between them.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, dude, in this future update they've got planned, that they did tease the addition of future Knights, so perhaps we could
Catherine
see
Kane isn't doing
Batwoman.
this city any favors. Things are
I just do hope it is Kate Kane's Batwoman and not Ryan Wilder,
Nights are about to
because
get a lot more complicated.
Ryan Wilder in the CW's Batwoman was just super irritating. It's like, I have nothing against the homosexual community, but that series just threw it in your face every episode. It's like, we get it, you're gay. And for me personally, that is what put me off that show. I mean, I'll watch season 1 through and through with the original Batwoman, Ruby Rose, but after that, nah, I can't deal with it. And people can call me what they want. They can be like, oh, you're homophobic. Well, I'm not homophobic. That's just my personal opinion. I have gay friends. I'm not homophobic. Yeah, it's exactly that. That's where the Harley Quinn series got it right, as opposed to the CW's Batwoman series. I feel if they hadn't thrown that in everybody's faces in the Batwoman series, then maybe it wouldn't have been cancelled. I mean, I know the new head of Warner Brothers went on a massive cancelling spree, but viewing figures for Batwoman really dropped, and I think that's the reason why, because they were really throwing in that LGBTQ inclusion, which isn't what you really want to watch a Bat show for. You know, if you watch Batman, you don't want to see the gay version of Superman showing up every episode, do you? No, you're watching it for Batman, not for that. That's what I'm saying. It's the same with the Batwoman show. You're watching it for Batwoman, not for the whole, I'm gay, here it is, I'm throwing it in your face yet again for the 50th time in this singular episode. Oh yeah, but I totally understand why they did that, because while they were filming that whole Black Lives Matter movement was going on, so I didn't have a problem with that. I supported that. It was just, you know, like, we get it, you've covered it, you don't need to continue covering it. You know, it felt like they played on it a little bit too much just because it was like relative to the real world. It doesn't mean that you have to continue playing on it. And that's what I'm saying about the LGBTQT stuff. Like, yeah, okay, Batwoman's gay, fair enough. And she's now black. Okay, fair enough. Don't have a problem with that. Because Batwoman is a unique character. You can do what you want with her. But there's no need to have it in every single episode. In your face all the time. It's like that is the main focus of the episode. It all sort of strayed away from Batwoman and moved on to the Black Lives Matter stuff and the LGBTQT stuff. And it's like, is this even a Bat show anymore? But anyway, I'm going to move on from that before people accuse me of actually being homophobic or whatnot, because, wow. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, that one would be really good if it had elemental damage, but sadly, it doesn't. That'll do. Of course it gave me a blue one, even though I put a purple one in there. It's already blue. I need a purple one. Just to push the power up a little bit more. Nightwing now is actually my most powerful character. So like you can see the power popping up there. I've got Robin at 7,396. Batgirl at 7,334. Red Hood at 7,864. And Nightwing 8,374. Yeah, he's my most powerful character at this point. I remember at one point, like, even though I didn't play as him at all, Red Hood was my most powerful character, and I'm like, why? I've only played as him like 3 times. Why is he my most powerful character? But I think that's just because, you know, he's like, other than Batgirl, he's the most OP character there is, because Batgirl is really OP. You can go in there and just one punch mostly all the enemies, and it is really cool. Like, I did a boss battle with Harley Quinn as I think I was fighting Clayface, and I remember specifically 5 hits, and I did it. I was like, wow, okay, I've beaten him in 5 punches. Okay, cool. So before we end this live stream, I'm just going to be checking on my gear. Well, I did each Clayface scene originally as a different character each way through. I think I did Nightwing, Batgirl, and I finished it as Robin. And this time around, I've done it as Nightwing, Red Hood, and then I think I'm going to finish it as Batgirl. And that's what's really interesting about the game, because you can choose a specific playstyle. On one playthrough, you could play as a singular knight and not switch through at all and just do the whole game as one knight, and then continue that 3 more times. Or you can do it my way and switch between characters through each of the missions to unlock the different dialogue for each of the characters as you're playing through it.
According to the police reports, the GCPD didn't find a single lead body at the Orchard Hotel.
That'll do. Level 40, thank you very much. Wait, how is the blue one more powerful? Oh, right, yeah, it's level 40. Okay, that makes sense now. I really do enjoy powering up the heroes, because most of the legendary gear I got on my first playthrough, and I'm finding now with the crafting stuff, it's not giving me the specific gear that I need. Like it does on occasion give me heroic and legendary stuff, but not as much as it did on my first playthrough. And I'm thinking, like, well, is that it then? There's a lot of the stuff it's giving me doesn't even have any elemental effects. You know, like there's a couple there with cryo, but they're all weak. You know, that's a level 39 with only 1 mod slot. That's a 39 with 2 mod slots. That's got 2 mod slots, but no elemental effects. That's legendary, but it's only a level 1 legendary, and it's got no elemental effects. So I'm thinking, like, is that it for all this strong gear? Do I have to do anything else? Is there any point in me switching these characters now? Yeah, I picked up on that as well, dude. Like, for example, say if I've got that one equipped, it's got 458 power. That one has more power, but because it's got less critical damage and less critical chance, it lowers my entire stat rating. And it's like, well, that's not fair. Why are you doing that to me? That's not fair. But I still seem to be having the problem of it actually awarding me these mod chips. I get them every so often, but it's not really awarding me the better ones. You know, it's not giving me the heroic or legendary ones as much as it's giving me the epic or rare, or even the standard ones, the common ones. It's like, I don't want those. I'm too powerful for those. Give me the better ones. Oh, I remember that mission. You literally go out and just sit with him on the edge of a building. That was really emotional. I really quite liked that moment, actually. And that's the mission I was talking about to you, Blazon, to unlock that hilarious Bruce Wayne stripper video. I mean, that will forever go down in history as my favorite video gaming moment. Like, literally, it is Bruce Wayne at his core. It is just brilliant. And whoever came up with it deserves a freaking medal because it was just hilarious. I got so many giggles out of it when I first watched it. I was like, wait, what is this? Oh my god, this is brilliant. You know, I just could not stop laughing. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it for the stream there because it is midnight for me, and Gamer Dude needs his beauty sleep. So I can do this all over again tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned through the week because, of course, we'll be doing a few more Gotham Knights live streams. I'll also be uploading a few tidbits here and there of various gaming-related news. And, of course, on the 9th of November, I'm getting my months mixed up now. On the 9th of November, we have God of War, and that is now just over a week away. So you can expect me to be live streaming that as well. No unboxing video this time, I'm afraid, because I was debating whether or not to go for the collector's edition, but then I saw it was just a hammer, and I thought, well, nah, I don't just want a hammer. If it was like Kratos, like fighting Thor in like an epic bring me Thanos sort of way as a statue, then totally I'd have gone for that. But because it was just a hammer, I was like, no thanks. But yeah, you'll still get the game from me. I'll still live stream the game. The day before it releases, I'm going to do a long play of the 2018 God of War. Do about 4 or 5 hours of that, just to give the extra little bit of hype for it. I won't be live streaming the whole game, of course, because the whole game is just way too big. Otherwise, I'd be streaming for about 12 hours, which I wouldn't have a problem with. But 12 hours non-stop gaming is a long time. You gotta get food breaks in there. You gotta get bathroom breaks. There's phone calls that might pop in, and with my line of work, because I'm self-employed, I could get a phone call at any moment during the day for work, which is quite annoying, but that's how it works. But yeah, you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's it for this stream then, so thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Blazin', as always, appreciate you stopping in. Always shows love and support to the channel. If you guys could do the same for him, he would be super appreciative. NSG joined the channel through the Countdown to Gotham Knights series, so big shout out to you, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate it. You've shown your love and support ever since you first stopped in. Jacob, even though you retracted your messages, new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate it. Even if you didn't subscribe, still appreciate you stopping by. And speaking of subscribe, if you are watching in the future and are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. So, that being said then, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.